be expecting Green's resignation. For now, this is Sherry Eisler of WKWB reporting from downtown Capeside.
Hello, Sherry.
Miss Leary. Gail, it's great to see you. You look terrific. So do you.
Hey, congratulations on making field reporter. That's a long way from the shy intern that I hired.
Well, I could say I owe it all to you. The new generation of female reporters will be nowhere without veteran trailblazers like yourself.
So, what's your story?
You were inside there, didn't you see?
I saw a bunch of out-of-control parents, which for this town is hardly news.
Maybe, but what about the principal expelling a kid for the rest of the year? He sounds like a real wacko to me.
Come on, Cherry, we gotta move.
We gotta get going. Got a deadline to make. You remember those days? Oh, it was great seeing you, Gail.
You too, Sherry.
What happened in there was so unjust, and not to mention personally demoralizing.
You know how this system works, Joe. Convicts, mental defectives, and people under the age of 18 are routinely denied the chance to participate in decisions that affect their everyday lives.
And the problem is that the squeaky wheel gets all the grease. These idiots rant and rave about low test scores. The people who are perfectly happy with the way things are just sit back and mind their own business.
True. Happy, satisfied people rarely attend emergency PTA meetings.
And teenagers, come on. They'd have to be coaxed and prodded before they'd actually set down their PlayStations, turn off TRL, and do something about something.
You said it, sister. So who's gonna rally the troops?
Obviously nobody.
You could.
Yeah, Joey Potter against the system. What am I gonna do, paint another mural? Uh-oh.
I don't even know why I bothered to go. It was a total waste of time. There were barely any students there, and I got 2 sentences out before I was attacked.
Joey, you can't just expect people to rally around a cause that doesn't exist. They need leadership. They need...
That's what Pacey said.
Pacey? What kind of a name is Pacey?
I think you're gonna want to see this.
I'm on the phone.
No, really, I think you're gonna want to see this.
Sorry, hold on, AJ. Concerned parents demanded actions and answers tonight from Capeside School Superintendent Byron Fielding. The uproar started when a high school girl painted a mural that was intended to bring unity. Instead, all it brought was discord and the potential resignation of a high school principal under siege. Howard Green has thus far refused to comment publicly on his controversial decision to expel Matt Caulfield, a senior accused of vandalizing the so-called Unity mural and fighting with another boy who took exception to the prank. The other boy was let off with only community service, leading some in this community to question Green's motives and wonder whether he's let some kind of personal agenda affect his judgment. Joey Potter, the girl who painted the mural, was present at tonight's meeting and summed it up best when she said this about Caulfield's harsh punishment.
This is ridiculous. This whole thing has been blown out of proportion.
I never said that.
We
believe he says.
WKWB reporting.
I said it, but not in that context. This isn't fair.
After a break.
No one is ever going to give me the chance to say everything that I want to say.
You're right, they won't. Not unless you stand up and demand to be heard. Show them you won't be ignored.
What are you suggesting?
Well, Norma Ray, looks like you took my advice after all.
And what advice was that?
This meeting, rallying the troops. I have to say, this is a big step forward for you. I'm known as the Capeside Crusader far and wide, breaking down sexual stereotypes, eradicating rogue teachers, but you're definitely more the rebel without the cause type. So look, I just wanted to say, don't hesitate to ask for any help that you might need, seeing as this whole thing was my idea in the first place.
You were encouraging, yes, Pacey, but this meeting was hardly your idea.
Hey, if that's the way you want to play it, it's fine with me. If you want to pretend like you devised this whole call to action...
I didn't.
I'm all out.
Me too. Oh, that's right. You guys have never met. Pacey, this is AJ. AJ, this is Pacey.
Right, the one with the peculiar name. How you doing?
AJ came down to help us rally up the troops.
Yeah, give Capeside a small taste of some tried and true college protest action.
Quick, Green's coming inside, and you guys gotta see this. Concerned parents showed up at Cape Side High today to express their outrage at a principal who many think has gone too far.
Thanks for helping out tonight, honey.
Don't thank me, thank Dad. He's the one who indentured me to this servitude.
Not a moment too soon. I must say, this restaurant stuff, it's a lot more work than I expected.
Sorry I couldn't be here any sooner.
Oh, what happened with that meeting at Joey's tonight?
You should have seen her. Totally confident. Totally inspired.
Totally inspired.
You're proud of her.
Yeah. But how could I not be? You know, I mean, she's...
Finally standing up and fighting back. Like we always knew she could. And I like it.
Can't help but feel a part of that. She's organizing an action tomorrow outside of the superintendent's office.
Well, she's got a tough road in front of her, especially with that spokesmodel turned journalist misrepresenting her story. You know, what kills me is to see an important story done badly simply because the person covering it has no idea how to decipher truth from popular opinion.
Sounds like you miss it.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said I didn't, but hey, I got this place now. Onward and upward.
What if you tried to tell the real story about what's going on?
Relive my glory days as a field reporter?
Well, all you would need to get back in the game is a camera.
And a crew.
Well, these days, a digital video crew is one person.
And just who would my one person be?
You have one indentured servant at your disposal.
I don't know, honey. You know, even if we did this and we did it right, there's no promise that the station would run it. They've made it clear many times over that my services are past their prime.
Well, we're not doing it for the station. We're doing it for you. And for Principal Green, and for Joey.
We barely have enough people to field a softball team, let alone change the world.
Rome wasn't built in a day, Joey.
Thanks for doing this. Hot coffee is great for morale.
No problem. So where's Joe?
She's getting ready for a close-up. She's great, isn't she? A born leader.
She's a peach, all right.
A series of questions about the nature of the protest and where the movement came from. And then I think that we should concentrate on...
What's this?
I'm doing a story on the Green situation.
For cable?
I don't know. Truth be told, I was thinking about submitting it to Roger at the station.
Good luck with that. Joey, I would love to get a follow-up interview with you.
In your frosted blonde dreams, Barbie. You don't think I was too hard on him?
Sounded about right to me.
What is it?
Superintendent Fielding wants to see you.
Me?
First signs of resistance falling.
Why don't I get that feeling?
Because Fielding's an unscrupulous, ineffectual jerk who cares more about job security than about what anybody out here thinks. He's only going to threaten you, Joe. I don't think you should go in there.
What do you think?
I'd go.
Miss Josephine Potter, correct?
Yes.
Have a seat. I assume you know who I am.
The man who shows up for football games and graduation.
I appreciate a sense of humor, though I prefer to think of my involvement in your life as a touch more personal than that. I hear you're responsible for that dissonant clamoring outside. That true?
Well, parents can pick at a school, students can pick at a superintendent's office.
Fair enough. And just what is it you intend to accomplish with this First Amendment display?
Well, it's our belief that Principal Green was right in expelling Matt Caulfield, and he shouldn't be forced into changing his ruling simply because...
No one's forcing him.
Pardon me, Dr. Fielding, but you threatened to ask for his resignation.
That wasn't a threat. That was a direct request.
As a representative of the student body, I'm telling you what is happening to Principal Green is wrong.
As far as I know, all you represent is that meager handful of students out there right now. And that's it.
Well, there's more of us.
Oh, really?
Yeah, a lot more. In fact, we have a student signed petition with 300 signatures.
300?
Mm-hmm. And there's going to be a rally tomorrow night. I mean, if you think the crowd last night was vocal, I mean, you just wait until tomorrow.
I didn't know about this.
Make no mistake, Dr. Fielding, there's a voice that doesn't agree with what's happening here, and that voice will be heard.
I'm all ears. Now, I suggest that you and your friends hurry back to school before that principal you love so dearly has to serve you with detention for cutting class.
I was cutting class. I'm not sick with a cold.
Dawson, Mrs. Leary, to what do I owe the late afternoon honor?
Here for your interview.
Interview? What interview?
For the story that I'm hoping to run on Channel 3 about the situation in the community as a result of Matt Caulfield's expulsion.
I talked to Nikki this afternoon. She said it was okay.
I just wanted you to have an opportunity to speak. For everyone to know your side of the story.
I know my side of the story. That's all that matters. I'm sorry, but my daughter misinformed you.
It's Green, for what it's worth. People severely misinterpreted you and this entire situation. Are you sure you don't want a chance to explain your actions?
It's not my job to prove to people that I'm a fair and decent man. If they don't know that by now, some soundbite on a television show is not going to help.
When you see a good fight, get in it. Dr. King's words, but your lesson to me.
This is not a good fight, Nikki. The more I try to prove myself, the more I empower this insane notion that I'm an enraged man on a bigoted tirade. I'm sorry, but I can't grant you the interview. Have a nice day.
I'm just saying it might have been nice to have a little heads up before you invented a petition with over 300 signatures. I mean, I don't even think we have 300 students at our school.
She had to bluff. How else was she going to get the guy's respect?
Right. Look, it'll be fine, Pacey. Just tell us what we're doing to get people to come to the rally.
Well, that bluff's going to be a little bit harder to pull off. I mean, a petition is easy enough to fake. You just convince kids that you're campaigning for extra chocolate milk days at the cafeteria, but for a rally, you got to produce actual bodies.
Those are problems. We need solutions.
All right, which we have. See, Pacey here said Thing Internet. So Jack is right now putting an announcement out on the Cape Side website, and Andy is getting word out the old-fashioned way.
Okay, well, if you don't come, then you can forget about me participating when it comes to putting all those little names and faces together in the yearbook, okay? Hey. Personal touch is always nice when it comes to blackmail. Oh. Hello? Hello? Oh, no, hold on one second. Betsy! Yeah, for you. Yeah, this is for the rally.
Joey, we designed a new flyer. For your approval, of course.
Great.
Good, because I already ordered 500 copies.
How are we going to pay for that?
We're not. Actually, Pacey managed to convince a civil-minded coffee shop owner to run them for free.
He did?
Yep.
Yes, he did.
Okay. Okay, attention, everyone. Look, I know you're all working very hard, and we're only 20 people right now, but by tomorrow night, we have to be 200 at least, so keep up the hard work. We got many miles to go before we can sleep.
Right.
Great job.
Yeah, we get it.
Oh,